The following program is a Nighthawk Network presentation.
This is the story about an African-American woman who is passionate about professional wrestling and goes to countless events. She then, one day, gets the idea to start a wrestling talk podcast to talk about her favorite wrestlers and wrestling programs. She has a home podcasting room full of wrestling memorabilia that she uses to do the show, and every week you can tune in and join in the conversation.
And now, without further ado, I give you the host of Rumble Time, the one and only Queen Gemini.
Well, good evening, my gems, and Rumble Time. Okay, we got some stuff to talk about. Now, before we get started, I got something I want to say. And I just want to give everybody that gives this show a view a thank you. And that's from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you guys. Now, let's get into it. Y'all, guess what? Guess what I did yesterday? I worked out with Tama Tonga yesterday.
Say what? Huh? Please explain.
You got the same expression that my husband had when he came in and I told him, I said, I worked out with Tama Tonga. He was like, excuse me? What you mean? Tama Tonga, if you did not know, he has an account on the Tick of the Talk. And he goes live a lot. He has no problem going live. So he was live yesterday, and I was actually able to catch him. And so he was working out. I was sitting here working out on the show. So I had my little phone sitting here, and he working out, and he's talking to the chat and everything. And I'm just tapping the little screen and stuff, having me a nice little time. And then the music he was playing, he switched over to the 80s music. So we just had a ball with Tama Tonga yesterday. I was like, this is fun. I need to catch more of your live.
Okay,
then. So he's cool, and he will talk back to the chat. He has no problem. He'll look at look at the chat, and he talk back to folks and everything. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, he had it going on yesterday. He said, I'm play some 80s music. And I was like, what you know about that? So we had a good old time up in here yesterday. Okay. So I couldn't wait to tell y'all that. Okay. Y'all get a load of this. If y'all ain't sitting down, go ahead and sit down. Because I said, and I was wrong on this, I said when we had John Cena's retirement match, that was it. We weren't going to see John no more. John was gone. That was it. I was wrong. EU was right. Because he said he believed we was going to see John again. And he was right on
and
that.
Did and would.
And he was right on that deal. Because guess who's hosting WrestleMania? None other than John Cena. Honey, they pulling everything they can pull out of the.
They trying to get that money back. That's what that is.
See, now I'm going to say this. See, if you had left it in New Orleans like it was supposed to be at, you would not have this problem. One, nobody wants to go back to Vegas because I'm hearing a lot of people say that. Two, Vegas is high. Vegas is high. Because I was looking at the hotels ahead of time. I was like, look, I ain't got that kind of money now. Hold on. when I was trying to make it happen. I was like, now how is I'm going to justify this to KB? I tell him this amount, he gonna tell me to go somewhere and sit out and quiet. Nah, I'm not putting myself through that torture. So now they trying everything up under the sun to get them seats filled. And we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Because this, like I said before, if this was Vince, we just weeks away at this point. April the 18th and 19th is WrestleMania. 17 days. And we still got matches being added on. No. By this time, Vince would have had the card all laid out, and I would be talking to y'all about the card. We'd be more focused on the. Now we just don't know who.
Uh-oh, y'all. Queen is froze for a minute. Hopefully that will correct itself momentarily. Yeah. As Queen has announced, John Cena is to be the host of this year's WrestleMania. Like she said, I feel like they are also trying to pull out all the stops possible to make this some type of WrestleMania show worth attending. Ticket sales still down big time. The majority of ticket sales appear to be people who are residing in the area. Not a lot of people traveling in. Keep in mind, with the price of gas. We done lost her. She should be back. With the price of gas and everything else, ticket prices for the airplane going up, ticket prices for getting your vehicle there, so on and so forth. It's a very hard sell right now as it is. But then on top of all of that, you got a show that's kind of subpar at this point. I mean, if the card remains as it is now, this WrestleMania will be, it'll be decent. Will it be one of the best? I wouldn't go that far. Will it be one of the worst? Got the potential to be that. Part of it is not really Triple H's fault when you consider how many people just messed around and got hurt at the wrong possible time. Remember, we should be having Braun Breaker and 2 Tons of Fun, as Felicia likes to call it, in this WrestleMania. We should be having Bianca Belair in this WrestleMania. We should be having a couple other folks that's out for extended periods in this WrestleMania, but they are not because they are injured, and that definitely kind of messed up the plans early on. I also agree with Felicia when she says that they should be planning this a little better than they have. Okay, Felicia's back now. Can you hear us, Fee? Can you hear us? Okay, I think she's still working that out on her end. When she is ready, we will pop her back in. Yeah, just basically the powers that be that are currently in charge of WWE and its entertainment, they just not doing the job that we are used to seeing. They are usually very thorough and very thought out in these processes, and they're not. Fee, can you hear us? Fee, are you there? Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, I don't know what happened.
I don't know either.
Okay.
All right, back to.
All right. So we know now we have John Cena is going to be our host for WrestleMania. Now, I found out something today that I did not know, and I thought it was a April Fool's joke, so I had to check to make sure that they wasn't trying to trick me. Today is Randy Orton's birthday. I was shocked. So happy birthday to Randy Orton.
Now that I remember, yeah, April 1st is Randy Orton's birthday. Interesting. Okay, she can't hear me, but I hear you. Did- did-
Okay, I couldn't hear you, E. So I hope you still can hear me, Lord. We're having all kinds of issues now.
Mhm.
Okay. So I was surprised by that, but yep, it's Randy's birthday today. Whew. Oh, I didn't pay attention to this Friday because I was just more focused in on what Jacob Fatu was saying. And I just wanted him to, punch old boy in the throat. That type of thing. So, but his shirt, everybody kept saying, "Look at his shirt." Excuse me. So I went back and I took a look at his shirt. His shirt says it has Fatu in red going down, and it says F around and try us. So I done read this about 2 or 3 times, right? And I said, who is us? What what's going on? I have a feeling we're gonna get some it's gonna be some big surprises. I have a feeling it's gonna be some surprises at WrestleMania. Because I wanna know who the us is.
Agreed.
Because that totally threw me off. Because everybody using the FAFO, but that no, he said mess around and try us. Try us. Who's us, honey? Tell me who us is. So this match, now you got to keep in mind, this match he having with Drew is a non-sanctioned match. Anything goes, honey. You can bring aunts, uncles, cousins, everybody to beat the crap out of Drew. So I can't wait to see who all gonna show up. I'm telling y'all, I have a feeling now if Triple H got any kind of sense, he gonna pull out all the stops on this one because he's already having issues as it is. So he need to do something to to make this thing pop. Now let's get into Raw. Let's get into Raw. Y'all, I want to know why Cody felt like he had to bring his bootleg behind all the way to Raw. You belong on SmackDown. Stay over there on SmackDown. He had to come all the way to Raw. Now, KB said because he wanted to be seen. And I was like, you got a point. You got a point. He had to come to Raw and he opens up and he go, the whole what you want to talk about. And I was like, well, we don't want to talk about nothing with you, but you out here, so we just got to go with the flow. And here comes Stephanie McMahon. Yeah. So they go through their little spiel, and she did say something that made a whole you know she basically this version of you is not going to beat Randy Orton. Okay. And I was like, no version of him is going to beat Randy Orton. So I don't know what to tell you. But go ahead and keep it on talking. And she told him, you are not your father. Dusty could get down with the best of them, which he could. If Ric Flair and them, the Four Horsemen, the dirtiest player. Rick was the dirtiest, always known as the dirtiest player in the game. But Dusty matched energy. If you wanted to play dirty, Dusty would play dirty too. He could play dirty too. Just like that time, okay, I'm going to take y'all back, okay? Magnum, back in the day, if you remember Magnum TA, he was on a run. He if he hadn't had the car accident, he would have
being champion, but he had a car accident, and so that ended his wrestling career. Well, he was ringside, and it was Dusty put up some money, telling them JJ Dillon, the four horses, you know how they are. They cheated. They jumped on Magnum, and they took the money. Right now, that was strike one. Strike two, Magnum was at ringside again. He was at out there at the ring. They attacked Magnum again. This time, Dusty come out there with a baseball bat. When I say Dusty clean house, Dusty clean house. Dusty was choking mugs out with the baseball bat. Dusty wasn't leaving nobody stand. David Crockett couldn't even stop Dusty. Dusty was laying people by the wayside. Okay, that is not Cody Rhodes. He does not have that mentality. So, after Stephanie done told him that he's not, his father, Cody had to return the favor and tell her that she was not her father. And so Stephanie smacked him. And I was like, that was a kind of weak smack. And I wouldn't have took that smack. I'd have smacked you back. And now some people was like, now you can't do that. Yeah, you smack me, you get a smack back. But that's all I'm going to say about that. So I was just glad for it to finally to be over with because I couldn't take it anymore. And okay. So that segment finally ended. Whew, I ain't never been so happy for something to end. Then we get the title match. The Usos defended their titles against the Meatheads. Because I'm not going to refer to them as the Vision. The Vision in my book, the Vision is Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, also known as 2 Tons of Fun. Period. Point blank. Y'all, when I say LA Knight was out there, he came out there, he was sitting out there, and what's his name? That little speed, whatever, dude was sitting ringside. Paul's mom, Logan goes to his mom to get the brass knuckles. Oh. LA gets the wedding on him. I done called his mama everything but a child of God. Speed gets pulled over the barricade. Okay? Speed puts the knuckles on his hand. LA grabs him. He hits LA Knight with the brass knuckles. So he puts the knuckles up on the, apron, of course. They use them and the Usos lose their titles. Oh, I was hot. I was so mad I didn't know what to do. I done cussed out Logan Paul's mama, Speed, the Meatheads, everybody. So in back, Speed to me, I didn't want to get involved and da 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 da. And he was like, "That's all right. That's all right. You got enemies now. You like us. You got enemies. I know I got enemies. You got enemies too." And here come Heyman talking about, "You're with the tag team champions now. You'll be all right," and all this stuff. Y'all go out and celebrate and stuff. So they leave. And then Heyman said the Usos is going to him. And I'm like, yeah. Because this is some BS right here. Now, Heyman decides he's going to march out to the ring with his boy, Brock. And Brock, Heyman's out there just running off at the mouth. Y'all know how Heyman do. Heyman's got to, do his little spiel and everything. And Brock just, finally got tired. I guess he got tired of listening to him too. He calls out Oba. And here come Oba. It was on Oba coming. Security. Here come Adam Pierce. And here come security. Them security guards overtook them security guards out. Now one of them little dudes, he picked him up and tossed him. When I say he tossed him, he tossed him. I was like, I don't think you're supposed to be throwing people like that. Now, Adam Pierce is gonna get in the way. He knocked Adam Pierce out into the barricade. Boom. Adam Pierce done went flying into the barricade. So Oprah, Oprah ain't got no fear of no Brock. Oprah done got up there in that ring. And it's a standoff, face to face. Next thing I know, here comes Triple H. Triple H done flew and jumped in the ring. And he was like, no, can't do this. He come on now. Come on. Calm down. Brock gets out the ring. Why Brock pick up them steel steps like he gonna throw them, into the ring at Oba? Oba was like, I wish you would. Come on. So he just, threw him down by the ring, and he, went on, started walking on out. So there was one little security guard right there, and he picks up this little security guard at F5s, and that's, the only thing he did. I'm like, oh, okay. Boy, that was impressive. That's gonna be. I can't wait for that match. My money is on Oba. Yeah, ain't no way Brock winning. Like I said, the only way Brock wins is if that's how you Triple H book it, and if he books it like that, he's gonna have a problem. He might not want to leave that arena because them people gonna be looking for him. The fans are already on his butt.
They better not do that.
No, they better not, because I'm telling you, the fans, honey, he will not make it out of that arena. Now, we had some little matches. Don't ask me, because some of them I zoned out on. But then Heyman, of course, we had to see Heyman again, because he wasn't listening to Pierce when Pierce said, did you check your email? Don't nobody respect Pierce. So he goes marching back down to the ring, and he's running off at the mouth again. And I don't know what he said because I was zoned out. But I do know he said this. He said he is the last manager from the 80s that is still standing, and he is the last promoter from the 90s that is still standing. So here come Pierce. He's like, yeah, Mr. Last Promoter still standing. If you had checked your emails, you would have known that all charges against Seth Rollins has been dropped, and that Seth is medically cleared to compete. And then you hear Burn It Down. You hear Seth's music. So he's standing there looking like a dumb deer head, like, well, what do I do? What do I do? And Seth comes up behind him and takes this chair and hits him in the back again. I'm like, you see, you're not too smart. So, okay, so he done took out Heyman and all that good stuff. I think he was getting ready to hit a curb stomp. And then he gets pulled out the ring. Well, do you want to guess who pulled him out of the ring? I ain't never been so mad in my life. I wanted a curb stomp. It was Gunther. So Gunther has decided to get himself involved in this, and he choked out Seth, which I don't think you should have did that. You'd have been better off, finding you something safe to do I wouldn't have done that. So,
This whole thing with Gunther apparently being the new legend killer and whatnot, I'm not liking it.
okay, we are not even going to say that ever again. Um, ever again. And yeah, we don't respect that, and we will not dignify that. Yeah, because he is not. Um, yeah, yeah. You see, you almost made. Okay,
See, it's only two people pulled that off for real. One of them, of course, is
okay.
Great Randy
See, you
Orton.
made me miss something.
The other
What did I
one
miss?
is that damn Brock Lesnar. Them
See,
two
you
I
know,
would tag
upset
as
me.
legend
I
killers.
can't hear you.
Like I said, Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton, legend killers. Okay, this clown
I
here,
can't hear you.
but I'm here though. I'm talking. I don't know what's going on.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Lord, we having all kinds of issues. Okay, y'all. Well, wait a minute. No, I didn't. I thought I missed something, but I didn't. He upset me when he said that. Because I don't like him being, well, he's not the legend killer. Randy is. Oh, now I got to pull out the magnifying glass because I see something. And, oh, that's what's happening. Okay, gotcha. Oh, it's good. Okay, gotcha. I'm with you now. Okay, come on. Oh, it just needed to hold on. Let's just get through this. Okay, the end of the show. Roman comes out, Punk come out, they get to fighting. So, yeah. Go back and look at that fight. Go back and look at it because there were some instances where how Punk keeps saying Roman needs help. He got help. BB got help. That's why he was able to do the stuff he does. He did. Them officials was helping him. I'm like, why y'all piled up on Roman? And he hit the go to sleep. He did hit the go to sleep. And he was up against that apron and he was just trying to catch his breath. And I was like, is you okay? Do you need a defibrillator? I don't think. And then KB had to remind me, honey, he can't hear you. I was like, well, somebody there need to tell him. But y'all, when I say that man showed his whole behind, he showed his whole behind. Because afterwards he flipped off some fans and was cussing at a fan because a fan went off on him. And I guess he didn't like what the fan had to say. But truth hurts, huh? Okay. Now, let's touch on a few things. The Usos got a new entrance theme. They got a new theme song. Now, of course, you got folks out here. I don't like it. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Okay, you don't like it. So what? Big deal. Go somewhere. Sit down. Okay. I like it. It's a nice little. You ought to give it a listen. It's got a nice beat to it. We ended up out of Raw. We ended up with 4 new matches for WrestleMania. So buckle up, y'all. Here we go. For the Intercontinental Championship, this is gonna be a ladder match, y'all. Penta, our champion, is going to defend his title against JD Bubblehead, Rusev, Javon Evans, and Dragon Lee. Then we got Dom versus Finn. I don't even know why we having that at WrestleMania, but I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't book the matches. And of course, the Seth versus Gunther. And then for the women's tag team title, we got our champions, Nia Jax, Lash Legend, the champions will face. This is gonna be a fatal four way. Flair Bliss, Bailey, uh what's her name? Lyra, and the Bellas. One, two, thrilled about that. But yeah, they keep making them. Have you noticed that since Nia and you know what, that is the same thing that KB said. He said the same thing. We need the Demon King. Ooh, hear me out. Hear me out. What if we get the Demon King at Mania? What if he brings the Demon King out at Mania? Dom is standing up there thinking, oh, I'm going to face Finn, but he comes out as the Demon King. That would be awesome. I would totally flip out. Daggone it. Shoot, because I had to get on my phone. Okay, we're gonna figure out how to work through this. I'm gonna see if I can remember it. Okay, let me tell you about this. Do y'all know that Adam Pierce wants to? He says he's going to find Obafemi for throwing him into the barricade. Well, you should have got your behind out of the way. So since he said he's going to find Oba. People have started going off on him in his comments on his Facebook page. You got in front of Oba. You should have got out the way. That's how I feel about it. Then he makes a post today where he says he just hates all the fans. And he was just going in on the fans. And he didn't need the fans to comment on his postings and all of this and all of that. And he was just going on and on and on and on. And about how much he don't like us. And I was like, well, we don't like you either. Have you not figured that out yet? Oh, hey, Coach V. Exactly. That's what KB was saying. Because he was like, hold on. Because he was like, wait a minute, I looked at the same show that you looked at, right? I said, yeah. He said, didn't Roman and Punk put their hands on him when he went running his behind down there? I said, yeah. He said, didn't Braun Breaker put his hands on him? I said, yeah. He said, okay, that's what I thought. He said, that's what I thought. But you want to find Oba. I do not like him as GM or whatever he's supposed to be. He needs to go somewhere and okay. Everybody tell me if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. I don't like Adam Pierce, I really don't. And he just pissed me off even more when he come with this, I'm going to find Oprah. Go ahead and find him. And I hope he put you through something. A table or something. Because I'm about tired of you. And then somebody said, is is we gonna get a match between him and Nick? Because people wants to see this really badly. A match between the two, GMs. And I'm like, don't set that man up for failure. Don't y'all do that. Don't y'all set him up for failure. Have y'all looked? Y'all gonna mess around and get that man beat up? Now, if you don't know, back in the day, and Google TNA Magnus, that is Nick Aldis, and he wasn't no joke. Yeah, you can stick him in the ring if you want to with Nick, and yeah, that's not gonna turn out too well. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But y'all, I did some research on the Hall of Fame. Now, if my laptop hadn't, I don't even know what it did to me. It just went sideways on me because I was gonna use my phone for this. There is, come to find out, this Hall of Fame. We gotta talk about this Hall of Fame because I found out there is a difference. I got you. There's a difference in the Hall of Fame. The legacy the legacy and the Hall of Fame, they're saying that the Hall of Fame is when they, do the whole Hall of Fame, that's the whole pageantry, that's the ring and they give them, I think, $1,000 or something crazy. Now, if you come in there just for $1,000, I mean, hey, Road, if you come in there just for that, yeah, okay. Well, I mean, some folks, yeah, they, are supposed to be in the Hall of Fame. But then they have folks that are in the legacy part of the Hall of Fame that should be in the Hall of Fame that should get the same thing. And they're saying they're recognizing them as trailblazers. And I have an issue with that because you putting Sid Vicious in legacy instead of the Hall of Fame. You putting Bad News Brown in the legacy instead of full Hall of Fame. You are freaking putting Dennis Rodman. Yeah, he's going into the celebrity part, but he still is part of. He will be recognized. Sid and Bad News are just gonna be. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. It's just gonna be a mention. They're just gonna mention them, and that's not fair to me. And I have an issue with that. Then, for the moment, the iconic moment, when I saw this, I was pissed. This year they picked from WrestleMania 3, Andre the Giant versus Hulk Hogan. They talking about the slam heard around the world. And I'm like, you got to be effing kidding me. Because, okay, let me tell you about this. And if y'all don't know, let me inform you of something. Okay, Miss Elizabeth is not in the Hall of Fame. China is not in the Hall of Fame as a single competitor. Um, Bam Bam Bigelow's not in there. I'm trying to think right off the top of my head. I had Sid was on that list, but now they're putting Sid is going into the legacy part, which I think this whole legacy crap is a bunch of BS. I'm gonna have to get a whole uh that's what I'm gonna do on next Tuesday. On next Tuesday show, I'm gonna have wait a minute. No, none of them are in there. None of them are in there. None of them. No, none of them are in there. Next Tuesday show, we're gonna go over that Hall of Fame list. I'm gonna pull it up and we're gonna go through it. But this iconic moment that they picked, I have an issue with that because first of all, they Hogan ran around saying he was the first person to ever body slam Andre the Giant. That is a lie. I have seen Andre the Giant get body slammed. Big John Studd has done it. Kamala the Ugandan Giant has done it. What's his name? Big Cat, Ernie Ladd has done it. All of them before him. Right. But none of them, as far as I know of, none of them are in there. It is a lot of folks. And then there's some folks that, like I said, they're being stuck in that legacy BS. And I'm like, no, they should be in the Hall of Fame. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. And so the iconic moment that they want to celebrate this year, and I figured it out. The iconic moments are coming from the WrestleManias. But how in the world is you gonna pick that as an iconic moment when it wasn't an iconic moment? Because he was not he could barely get Andre up. Andre had to help him. And I don't even count it as a body slam. It was so daggone sloppy. And let me tell you something else about that. The other lie that he told behind that bootleg body slam of his to Andre was that a few months, or no, he either said a month or a couple months after that, Andre passed away, and that is not true. That is not true. The only person that deserves to be in this Hall of Fame this year is AJ Styles. Sid and Bad News, both of them, instead of being in the legacy, should be in the Hall of Fame. People are not happy about this Hall of Fame this year. Um, yeah, it's bootleg. It's just ridiculous. It's mm, it's a hot mess this year. And when they said that Dennis Rodman was going in, I was done. I just threw my hands up there and I was like, I'm done. I'm totally done. Who is picking? You know, who's yeah. He changed his theme song. I saw last night he came out to something different. It's kind of catchy, but I'm kind of missing I believe in Joe Hendry and the clapping. I want the clapping back. uh, I didn't know this because I mean I've been kind of hit and miss with NXT. But they have a PLE on Saturday, which I gotta set a reminder so I can make sure I check out. And I gotta make sure I check that out. But and it looks like it's gonna be pretty good because Joe Hendricks defending his title. Let me get this right. Tony D'Angelo, Ricky Saints, Ethan Page. He's defending against them three. So this is gonna be a fatal four-way. So this is gonna be interesting. I'm like, Joe, is you gonna be able to make it through this? And then Blake Monroe is gonna face Tatum. Honey, she done stole Tatum's belt. And she running around with Tatum's belt. You better leave that crazy girl belt. Give that crazy girl her belt back. That's all I'm gonna say about that. She playing with fire. She playing with fire. So it looks like he's gonna be pretty good Saturday. So I got, like I said, I got to set my reminder. It's crazy how they have stuff divided up. Oh yeah, it was announced that I think July the 18th. I think I got that right. July the 18th, we get a Saturday night main event. Now, the Saturday night main event and what you call them folks? NXT, their PLEs and their stuff is still on Peacock. And it's a good thing. Because see, I had canceled my Peacock subscription. Because I'm like, I'm paying for ESPN, Netflix, and Peacock. Something got to go. So Peacock can win. Well, when I found out that I could get that Peacock was part of my Walmart Plus subscription, I switched from Paramount to Peacock. So that way I don't, have to worry about it. So it's covered and I can, see all of the wonderful, I can still see the NXT PLEs and I can, and I also get to see, the Saturday night main events whenever we get to have them. They just seem like, let's throw one here. Let's stick it here on the calendar. So yeah. So Saturday, we'll get a Saturday night main event in July. Any questions? We got any questions for this evening? What? I don't have no questions. I'm heartbroken. I think I'm going to cry. I like my questions. I don't know how to act now. I ain't got no questions. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna watch SmackDown and see what happens Friday. Cause there ain't no telling what matches may get added to WrestleMania. Cause like I said, we ended up with 4 new ones on Monday. Let's see if anything gets added for Friday. or if we're gonna be straight with what we got and we just, gonna go with the flow and see how everything plays out. But I really think we're gonna get some surprises. E- I don't know how much more work they can do. I really don't. I think, okay, we take what we got, right? And we throw in a lot of surprises. Like, hear me out. Like Dom and your boys match. Finn. He don't get Finn, he gets the Demon King. Because that's what we all want. Everybody wants the Demon King. Um that would be awesome. Okay.
Yes.
And uh Jade Jade and the whole Rhea ain't getting that title. So anybody that thinks she gonna get that title, I like Rhea. Don't get me wrong. Rhea's one of my favorites. But Rhea ain't getting that title. I feel it. I feel it in my spirit. She's
Not
not
by
getting the title.
herself.
So say, hear me out. Say Jade retains the title. Of course, her two, what she call them, her two baddies. That's what she called them, her baddies. Like she had two flunkies in AEW, and she called them her baddies too. Oh, thank you. What if? Okay, check it out. She retains. They all three jumping on Rhea, right? Because you know they're gonna do it. They all jumping on Rhea, and here comes who? Bianca. Because guess what? Oh yeah, that's something else that I need to address real quick before I wrap it up. There have been rumors that uh Braun Breaker, 2 Tons of Fun, Bianca, because of their injuries, they're not coming back. Yada yada yada. They got Bianca losing her finger. Breaker, he ain't never gonna wrestle again. 2 Tons of Fun just done hurt himself beyond repair, and all kinds of rumors they done put out there. And I'm glad we got on the subject of this. Braun has been cleared. He is medically cleared. I saw a posting saying that he was medically cleared, but they keeping him on the sidelines. They keeping him on the sidelines for now. So now Bianca has started training. She has started training and everything. So I think she gonna show up and help. She gonna help Rhea. Now we got Seth and Gunther. Seth takes out Gunther. He's celebrating. Everybody, singing his little song, and he's, basking in the glory. And then here comes Breaker, and Breaker comes and spears the crap out of him and starts twitching.
I can see it. I can see it.
Now that would be a wonderful surprise, because right now on the internet they got this man, honey, the Grim Reaper standing behind him. Son of a biscuit eater. Now, I don't like people that do stuff like that, because you better watch what you put out in the atmosphere. Because you putting stuff like that out on them, and it mess around and happen to you, and then you be trying to figure out why it happened to you, because you put it out there in the atmosphere. Your nut jobs. Anyway, so listen. Jacob. Now Jacob running around here with a shirt talking about F around and try us. Who is the us? I believe the us is going to What if we get Zilla Fatu? What if we get Zilla? Because I seen little articles and stuff floating around that Heyman is like, as soon as we can, we need to sign Zilla. We need to get Zilla. What if we get Zilla? What if during this brawl, the us is him and Zilla? Because if you didn't know, on the independent circuit, him and Zilla was a team, honey, and they was wreaking havoc. They was laying people. They were, honey, they was putting people. Remember when I had told y'all on several episodes that how the Wild Samoans, I was terrified of them, and I used to yell at the TV that, tell the people to run and stuff. I was trying to save the little folks' life. It was the same deal with Zilla and Jacob. When them two in the ring, I'm like, y'all just don't love your life. You just don't want to be here no more. They was something. So that would be a wonderful surprise. Now, this whole CM Punk thing, I want Roman, because people are talking about Roman's not gonna get that belt. Yes, Roman needs to get that belt because we tired of looking at BEB. We tired of BEB. He can't even handle the pressure because as soon as somebody says something to him, he done flipped off. I mean, you should have seen how he went off on that fan. He went off. So what if we get the bloodline? We get the old bloodline. And remember, I don't know if I told y'all, but they trademarked Tribal Air. And remember, before Solo started running around here with the Ulafala and everything and stuff, Roman has said that Jay, when he steps down for good, Jay is supposed to take his place. And remember, what was last Monday? Who was directing traffic? It was Jay. Jay told him, get him. He called him by his government name and he told him, get him. You know what to do. And I seen some footage. Jay was standing there with a big smile on his face, like, yes. From when he put him through the table, just everything he did to Punk, he was just happy. I was like, I don't think you're supposed to be that happy about it, but okay, all right, I ain't mad at you. So that's the best. I think that's what they should do to make this a good WrestleMania. Is throw in a bunch of surprises and make that. I'm telling you, throw in when that first surprise pops off. You got to do it at the very beginning, because as soon as that first surprise pops off, that's what's gonna start getting people to tune in. If you can't get them in there, you sure can get them to the TV. If he do it like we're saying, pop off with that first surprise. Folks will start running to the TV because they're gonna want to be nosy and want to see what's gonna happen and what's gonna happen next. And I'm telling you, that they'll make their money off the viewing. So I don't have any questions for tonight, and that's pretty much it. So we will not have Rumble Time Sunday because it is Easter. And so everybody enjoy Easter and your families and all that good stuff. And we will see you back here on Tuesday. And like I said, Tuesday, we're going to do a breakdown and we're going to look at this Hall of Fame and who's in the actual Hall of Fame and who's been stuck in this legacy part. I thank everybody for tuning in. And I hope you have a good evening. Bye.